Okay, so I hope I got some of my issues fixed with streaming. I thought I would just start another live session here while I'm working because it's fun to talk to yourself and work at the same time. But what I have here is a small house that belongs to a daughter of a friend of mine, and they're having children and they need more space. Now this is just blocked out in SketchUp. Here are the pictures up here of the house. Different views there. And so I have gotten all that basic geometry into SketchUp, and I need to figure out a way to get some more space. So I'm going to turn off the old roof for the time being. Oops, second floor. Okay, there's the second floor, and all they have now is this attic. And the problem with this attic is that it's only like 6.5 or 7 feet in the middle. Yeah, 6 foot over, a little over 6'6". So what they need is more space. And if I turn that roof back on, you'll see second floor roof new. I didn't mean to turn on the new one. Turn on the old one. You'll see that this space is just roofed over now with a shed roof. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I've already kind of proposed this, is that we add some new walls. Let's see, second floor walls. Let's see, where's my new walls? Walls new and walls old. Okay, yeah, you can see I've been working on this a little bit. So this is kind of what I'm proposing. I got to change this door because somehow I got to fit. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit 2 rooms in here, 2 bedrooms. I think I'm going to have to work out something where maybe a smaller room is just in here. But part of this is just going to be me figuring it out, so it might be a little boring to watch, but we'll see. Maybe nobody's even watching. So what I'll do is I need to check from time to time to make sure it's still working, because last time I did this, I had problems with it. It would stop. If my screen ever goes blank for a second, I'll know something's going wrong, because that seems to be the indicator. So you're like, that should be an indicator, right? So what I'm thinking here is maybe trying to figure out how to, now these walls right here are new 8-foot tall walls, so they're going to have full benefit. So when you come up the stairs, you'll be able to walk around and go into here. But I'm thinking about, I think I'm going to come up with a layer that's called option 1, and then as I draw, I'm going to put that stuff in option 1. So I think what would be cool here is if we could figure out a way to get a room, maybe a child's room, since the ceiling's not going to be that tall. In here, that would be 11'2" by 11'7". That's actually a moderately sized bedroom. So I'm just going to go ahead and pretend like it's going to work, and we'll see what happens. Again, as long as I keep these layers organized, and I needed this wall to kind of be by itself, because I'm going to make a group here out of this stuff and put it in that option 1 layer. So now I'm going to go into that, and that means that this is going to be a little funky, because this wall will come to there. And I know it's kind of like being on a boat and getting seasick, watching me spin around, but if you can imagine, I have to be able to see what I'm like snapping to. So some people are annoyed, and I understand that, but I don't have any choice. You'll just have to not watch if it's really that bad. So I'm going to draw a line over here from that other little peak there, and I'm just going to go up to that for now. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know that I know that's going to give me a problem, maybe give me a problem I wasn't contemplating, because if that's the roof line, getting into the room may be a bit hectic. If I turn on the old roof, you can see there's not much room. What really needs to happen is this gable needs to come over. I've got a new roof layer here. I'll just go ahead and show it to you. She didn't want the roof. She didn't really want there to be that much of an impact from the street. And when you're looking at the front of the house, you're down here like this, looking up. So this little piece of roof right here would be not that noticeable, but would be, you know, from the back. And I think this is a little bit goofy. So I think what I'm going to do is show her that I need to bring this gable out to be able to get into that room on the end. Let's see if anybody's got any questions so far. Nope. So that means I need to turn off the old roof and edit the new roof. And so honestly, I didn't like this, the way this was hipped. It was kind of funky right here, and it just was creating a weird situation. And now I have a justification for doing the roof the way I want to do it, and talk her into it, and that is to get rid of this. Let's see. Let me get rid of the walls for a second. Let's see, they're in a different, yeah, they're in a different thing. So if I delete this, oops, that was odd. Why did the whole thing delete? That was odd. Maybe I should start back here. Draw me a line across there. There we go. I see what I did. I came up with just a shell, because I was just trying to show her what it looks like, and that is what was causing that to do that. I didn't have much backing up my geometry. So what I really want to do is probably bring this gable out, get on the green axis here. Oh, for now we're just going to go there. And I think what I need to do is draw me a rectangle. Just to kind of figure out, well, this is all acting funky on me. I know what to do. I'll take my push-pull tool, and I'm going to copy this whole thing. That's what I need to do. Now I'm going to have to come out at least to here, and then at least 4 more feet. I think, to get that door in there. Now you're wondering, how's that going to work? And I'll show you. Because once you get past this roof line, this roof, whoa, that's going to be huge, isn't it? Well, let's just play this out. I'm gonna have to delete this whole thing. And then this would go I mean, there'd be overhangs and stuff, but it's kind of a massive, I mean, what you'd have is, you'd have a fascia board there that's, you know, but this definitely funky, and then I'd go ahead and probably come out with a 12-inch overhang there, so it wouldn't look, you know, totally nasty. But getting back up to, you'd have a valley then that went from here like that. And again, you get that funky thing there. So it would be kind of funky. And you're saying, what in the world, Arson Tony? Well, to get it's kind of hard to, it's not hard to see, it's kind of hard to see if you're not involved with what I'm trying to do, and that's kind of, I don't know if she'd go for that or not. If you're down, the street is way down here, you're looking up at the house like that. Where's the pictures? You see, I was standing on the road when I took this picture right here. Or no, I was actually standing in the yard, the edge of the yard. The road is even farther down. So you see, you don't really see that part of the roof that well. You'd see it popping up. Forgot about the chimney, didn't I? Did I not draw that in there? Oh, it doesn't, I don't think it was, yeah, it's not going to interfere with the chimney. But it's kind of funky. Anybody watching? Oh, Grayson Starling, who are you? Are you bored with life? So, hey Cam, I just saw your so do you play any instruments? Yes, I play trumpet and baritone and tuba and concert band and flugelhorn. So mostly brass in B flat and E flat, key whatever 3-valve instrument will play in those keys. That has not too big of a mouthpiece from a tuba down to a. I don't like the French horn. I don't like the mouthpiece on a French horn, and I never was a French horn player. I never would have made a good. You have to be a good-looking girl, a good-looking chick to be a French horn player. I'd have to go dig out my trumpet. I have one. That was, it's 30 years ago, so I can still play my trumpet, but I get rid of most of my instruments. I led our church orchestra for a while, and so I had my baritone and my tuba, my euphonium, I guess you would call it. And but Cam's got a cool channel. I like your fishing. I like the SpongeBob fishing. Maybe want to take the boys fishing again. I've got one video. It's been a while. We rented a boat. We went to this place. Oh, piano lessons are cool. Alex is the piano player. I don't know if you go back and watch some of his old piano lessons. He is not lessons, videos. He is the bomb at piano. Barrett's pretty good at piano, but he's better at obviously drums and guitar. And but yeah, Alex, if you go back and look, he's in some of our videos, like playing intros and stuff. But yeah, I like the SpongeBob. But we where was it that we went? It wasn't Cohutta. It was someplace. We went to this place, and it was a man-made lake, and they had pontoon boats you could rent with troller motors, or they didn't want a big wake or anything, and so we rented one, and I caught they had stocked it with trout, and you never would have thought you'd catch a trout in this mountain lake. I mean, I say it's mountain lake. It was there was nothing to feed it with trout except people stocking it with trout. There was no river, stream where the trout could come from, so it was kind of odd. And I caught one, and but I digress. This is odd because I don't know. Let me turn the roof off for a second, and I'll show you. New roof off. I gotta get a door into this, and this little chunk of wall here was to remind me of the roof pitch coming down. So, but you can see my predicament. My new walls are going to be 8 feet tall, and so what I want them to be able to do is to walk up the stairs, come around, and go into this nice big new bedroom. It's going to have a bathroom and a closet in it. But they want to be able to have another bedroom. So they could actually, I was thinking about putting a bedroom on either end. These would be small bedrooms, but you can imagine if I try to get a door, I need 4.5 inches here, and even if I just get a 30-inch door, what is that? Yeah, it's going to be going into the 32 is really what you want, but again, then it's 6'8". So if I come up 6'8", you can see that's above. That's up there. That's above the roof, the interior roof line. So somehow I would have to, on the new roof, I would have to get this 8-foot wall line extension to come out past that. Now, it just occurred to me, I don't have to come out 4 feet. Why didn't I check that? Because I drew this big, massive thing. Let me go back. The I arbitrarily came out 4 feet past this ridge, and now I'm realizing I didn't have to do that because there's my door below, so I can probably take this back to probably let's just say 24 inches. And cut off some of this massive over, this roof line. Because the lady does not want her whole point was kind of not to draw too much attention to and I love her to death because she's the niece of one of my best friends, but she's where she didn't want her house to look all modified. It's not that it would be modified. She doesn't want it to be better than her neighbor's house. I think. And Malia, if that's not true, forgive me. That makes it a little better. Now if I I can understand, part of it is not wanting to overbuild, I think her house only has like 6-inch fascia boards on it. So I'm going to put that on there just to make it look better. Because then I can give it a little overhang and that'll make it look better too. Like that. Give it a little shadow line there. It's still, when you're down at the street, see, it's still kind of massive. I don't know if she'd go for that or not. She might. If we put a window up here, and then put siding around it, it would make it look better. But that's going to be the way it has to be if we're going to be able to put a door in that. Because now if I turn that roof off, now I can say, okay, I can get a door in here now. And I don't know where all that water noise is coming from. It sounds like I got a waterfall in my house. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, thanks Cam. I have to come back and forth to see the video, the comments, so I didn't see your comment there. Thanks for checking in. So now I can get I can go in and edit. And just go ahead and show. Where's my? I'm just going to show it there just to indicate it, because she may not like she may not like this. So what am I looking at? Oh. So for now, I'm just going to say, hey, there would be a door there, like that. and then there would be, get rid of this line, and then there would be a similar, this is a little confusing, so I'm going to get rid of this mess right here. It's just confusing looking. I was trying to show myself something, and it's just not making things look simple, which they should. I mean, so in effect, what would happen is this wall would I would have a header. Yeah, that wall would come over and make a door like that, and then there would be some kind of funky transition between the old roof, yeah, like that, and the new roof. All that funkiness would be hidden under the roofs. So in effect, I can copy this. Well, something just occurred to me. I'm not going to have 3 feet at the end of this hall, am I? No, I'm not. That's a bummer. Well, let's just say all this open. Let's say all this stays open for now. So we'd have one big bedroom with a bathroom and a closet, and maybe what we do is we work out, maybe this keeps going right here. And we get a closet. How tall is that wall? Well, we'd have to do some short doors, but you could just come up and make yourself you know, a short door to go in there like that, just to get some, because what they need in this house is some storage area. So that would give them that little attic closet in there. Anybody else chatting? Chitter chatter? No chitter chatter? So let's pretend like we have a new bedroom here and a closet there, and this is just all open. This is a sitting area up here. Now we got to work out this, where let's say we had a 4-foot hallway here. Ooh, that's already kind of tight there, isn't it? So I'm just going to come over here 4.5. I want to do 4.5 because that gives me 3 2x4s. How far was that? 3 foot 11 and a half. Huh, well that's weird. I had 4 feet before. I'll just make it 4 feet then. And then 4.5. The reason I do 4.5 here is because you want to have room to put your door trim around the door and still have a little space. You don't want to have the door trim touching the corner right there. So then if we were going to have let's see how big this is. That's 11 foot. Let's say we're going to have a 5 foot bathroom, 5 feet. That's going to make the room pretty big. 14. That's a master bedroom right there. Yeah, 14 by 18. That's a heck of a bath. That's what I would do if it was mine. I would move myself up there and I would put a deck. Because one thing I'm not showing is there's a step up here in the back. I was trying to show it earlier. It's a terrace, and it would be very easy to have a deck that came out here, and then just a few steps down to the yard. But if we put a standard bathroom in here, which is, that doesn't leave much of a closet though, does it? Eight foot 8. Yeah, that's not going to leave much of a closet. Well, it's not tiny. It's 3 by 5. Let's see what we can get by with here. Let's say, I forgot where the plumbing is. Let's say this is the 32 inches for the tub. Let's put this, is that 5 feet? Yeah. So we'll have another wall here, 4.5. And then you have to have at least 30 inches for your toilet. And you'd want at least 3 feet. Let's say 42 inches. Yeah, that's where I get that 8 foot 8. So if you just went down to your bare bones, 36 vanity, and you went 4.5 there, that's your bathroom layout. Let's see, I need to make sure I'm editing this new wall layer or group. That's our washer or dryer going off in the background, if you hear that little song playing. Oops. So I should be able to just raise this up now. Got to 8 feet. There we go. And there's our, so what you do here is you would just give yourself, maybe you could probably cheat this one, give yourself 3 inches there and do, what is that, a 30-inch door. Ouch, that's not much, is it? Not much of a closet. Well, the house isn't, you know, it's not a huge house anyway, so, I mean, problem with this is that you would only be able to get shelving around to, well, if you open the door out, you could open the door out and cheat the shelving all the way to the door, and that would work. And then your bathroom door would be come over 3.5 and 30 inches. Got to be careful about these doors because you don't want them opening onto your vanity, so you need to keep it to a 30-inch door, 30 by 80 to 80, like that. And then I'll stick the fixtures in there later. Let me get rid of some of these construction lines. So there you go. That, then you would have walk in. Let's get rid of these construction lines. Walk in, and you know, your bedroom, your bed would be here. Here you'd have room for chest of drawers and stuff like that. One chest of drawers right here on this. You could actually move this door down too to make it more usable. And as a matter of fact, you could reverse this whole thing right here, where the closet was on the end, and then the bathroom door, and that would give you a corner. The bathroom door would be on the other end of the bathroom, and that would give you a corner to put furniture. Let me show you how that would work. Should have thought of that in the beginning, shouldn't I? But it's easy enough to fix in SketchUp, because you can just take this whole thing here, that whole block of stuff, and mirror. You take this scale tool and you just mirror it this way. You go -1. Oops, I'll have to move it first. Why is it stuck to that? Have to make it a group. So in SketchUp, you can, if you're having trouble moving things around, just turn the group, the stuff you've got selected into a group, and it becomes its own sort of entity. So in this case, I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to grab this. Let me move it some more. And I'm going to take this scale tool, and I'm just going to grab the whole thing and go -1 in the other direction. Oops. And I just mirrored it. Is that -1? -1. There we go. And you can see now, but the problem with that is I'll need my wall. But I can fix that too. I can bring this over there, bring this down to there, and I can copy all of this stuff over here. And I can come back over here and delete it. All of this. Put my little piece back at the bottom. Got my wall back. Now I can go over here and delete these lines. And that should work. Now I go out of that and I can take that group and put it back. Now that I've mirrored it, stay on my shift to lock my axis, and voila. And see now this corner is more usable this way. If you've got your bed here, you can put an end table there now. Make sure I'm still working. Yep. You can put an end table now in the corner, and this is a much better use of the space. Gotta fix this. And that should have closed that. That's odd. So I probably didn't do something right. There we go. Now I can delete that. Oopsie. Oh, I know what it was. I was not editing. I should have exploded this and then gone back in. There we go. Now it's all nice and neat. And now see this whole corner, master bed, end table, and your doors are away from the corner. So there you go. And then they don't seem to want a deck out here, but if it was mine, I'd have a big old deck coming out here. Was it 17 by 20? Yeah, 17 feet by 12 feet. Did I push 12? Yeah, like that. And I would just have me a deck outside, and because the ground there's like a terrace here, so there would only be a few steps down. Then they have this huge big backyard. I mean, it goes way back here. I'm not even showing it. And I thought I had turned on Google Earth, but I don't think I did that yet. But anyway, I don't think they want the deck. So that gives you an idea of how you can, for not a whole lot of money. Now what I would need to do is go back and work on this, what is this little thing right here? A little anomaly right there. And I know this looks funky, but it would kind of be funky like that. I mean, a little funky, but again, it's working with addicts, you know, not addicts like drug addicts, but addicts like in house roof attics. Attics. So this option adds a master bedroom, bathroom, closet upstairs, and a smaller bedroom, and a storage closet over here, which would be nice if we could figure out a way. They're wanting to try to figure out a way. If I turn the roof back on, the new roof, they're wanting to figure out a way. This house doesn't have any overhangs on it, and that's one thing that bugs me about houses. You can see here, it's just one of those little Cape Cod looking, you know, the only thing you get is a gutter on the horizontal edges for an overhang. It's really bad for your house. You really need some decent. The funny thing is, back here, I keep trying to rotate the picture. like it's 3D. The bad thing, the funny thing is, the only part of the whole house that has an overhang is this back utility room thing, and it's because it's right up against this terrace I was talking about, and I guess they didn't want water going down in there between this space here. Like, has a space kind of like that. Well, you can see it here, right there. So, but this whole house really needs overhangs added to it. It just drives me nuts when they build. And I know it was a style, but I don't know. You don't know how many houses I've renovated where the water, you know, there was no protection at all for the. And you go outside my house right now, I got these big 3-foot overhangs, and the grass. I mean, the bad thing is the grass is all dead around the house, around the edge of the house, because no rain ever hits my siding. It never gets close to the house. But that's something I'll give up, to have no rain hitting my siding for the most part, unless you got a big blowing rain. So how long have I been going? 46 minutes, not too bad. This is, I don't know if you noticed, but I was working on another house, and that kind of got put on hold, or he may be letting another contractor do it. I don't know, maybe he thought we were more expensive, but I need to turn my attention back to this thing now. And so what I'm going to do is propose that when we build this, turn that face back to, that we go ahead and put overhangs on it. What in the world? Something wasn't working there. At least 12-inch overhang. Because I mean, not only does it protect your siding, it just looks better. Much better, mucho better. And let's see, that will just come down until this hits it, like that. And then that fascia would go back, and that axis until it hit that, until it hit whatever. Like that. Now, why is that not? Oh. There we go. So you can see that just having, and I would have to work out this funky roof situation right here, the way that laps over, but that's just something I'm gonna have to work out. Something didn't work out right there. Oh, I get it. I was trying to, that construction line was against the house, and I thought it was out on the plane I was working. That's funny because the 3D stuff can throw you off pretty quickly if you're not careful. If you're not careful, we'll lock this, go to there, and take this, lock it, go to there. have that. Figured out on the other side. So you can see how much better that looks just having an overhang on it. And so I don't know, she may not want overhangs since there are not any on the house, but I'm going to be kind of disappointed if we don't get overhangs on the new part. So I may be able to, even, you know, when we get out there and we're actually building, I may be able to push this back even a little more to make, and it would make it look even. The more I go up, the more I go back, the more this goes up the roof line, and this whole thing gets a little smaller. But I don't think that's, I don't think that's crazy bad, because again, if I go back to my pictures, I'm down another 4 feet. I'm at the edge of her yard, and the road's, I don't know if you can see it from these other pictures. Not really. I'm missing a few pictures. One I took from the street. See if we got any questions. Nope, no questions. So now the other thing she wanted was let's see, I want to start a layer called porch walls. I really haven't done a good job at naming my layers, because all the walls, this should be like named walls, you know, new porch, and then all the walls would add like walls new, all the walls there. I did name 3 of them, but this should be named wall second floor. So all the walls are together, and then all the roof is together, and interior walls. Why do I have that? I'm just going to go ahead and fix it. Might be that I can exterior walls. See, I got a bunch of wall layers. I probably need to organize all this and get it. Should be walls exterior. See, I don't know if you can see that, but now all my wall layers are together. And the floor. So what I want to do is I want to start what I usually do is, if I want to start a new group of something, I'll just start me a little wall, and I'm just going to make it 36 inches by 4.5, and I'll just bring it up a little bit like that, and then as long as I just grab that, I can make that a group. Okay, dog, hush. I'm vlogging here. Am I still going? Yep. I have to check YouTube every now and then because it's freaking out. So what I'm going to do for now, yeah, this will work. These walls will cover up those posts. I'm going to bring this wall all the way up to the concrete, and then I'm going to bring it up to there. What they want is like a little office out here. So this will be a neat little thing. Bring this walls up there, and Same thing over here. 4.5. What I'm doing to draw the walls, I'm just taking my rectangle tool. I'm starting at the opposite corner of this corner. You see, that drew me a little rectangle. Oops. What did I do? Oh, the construction line got weird on me. See, it's the problem with 3D space, man. I thought that was laying down, but it was going up. Offset my line up instead of down, out and away from me. So now I'm gonna have, now I've got my wall laying on the floor, and now I can just pull it up with my pull-up tool, like that, and I don't need this line anymore. So now that wall becomes all one thing, and now if I don't want to show that, I just turn that off. Well, I guess I need to put it in that layer first. There we go. So now I can turn it on, and so what I can show, what I'm going to show is I need to put some of the windows in. A double window. I want to say those are 32 by, let's see, I know down probably 12. And where's 48? Let's count how many. One thing you can do on this, get these close, is you can count the number of rows. 1, 2, 3. So I know that's about 30 inches. Let's see how far up I am. Yeah, so I can make that. I can make those windows. I thought they were bigger than 4 feet. And then it looks like they had about 14 inches over here. Let me go back. I need to get my pictures. No, there's more than that, because there's there's a corner board, which is at least 3, and then there's at least 8 inches, and then 10 or 12. So that's 14, 20. So let's call this 10 and 18, 20. Let's call it 2 feet. That's close enough. All I'm trying to show is and then if I went over trying to decide how much detail to show, because right now, until we get the project going, I just need to keep this simple. This is where you can lose money on a project. Checking comments is you put too much time into the initial. I kind of did that on the big house in the country job, because I kind of assumed we were going to get it, and it looks like we're not going to. So I'm just going to do 3, 32, 3, 32, 3. I'm just going to draw a real basic window here. So that means we would have why is that not snapping to that? Am I not on the stinking side of the house? Don't like this. I'm gonna start over. I should have been in that group editing. I should have been in that wall group snapping these lines. Let's try let's try 3. Let's see what 3 looks like. 32, 2, 32, 3. I'm using common dimensions that you would see on those old windows. 3, and then we were 30 inches from the bottom. The bottom excuse me, would have been 2. So what you would have had was, why am I not snapping? I don't understand why that is not snapping to those corners. Why is that not? That is odd. But it's making it Now the question is, do I offset that 3 inches and then pull this down? I'm just going to draw lines for windows for right now. I'm not going to draw like the entire window, like a very complicated looking window. Then you would have a line in the middle. Well, you would have what you'd have is a 1, and this bottom line would go all the way, but to indicate that this is the upper sash, what you would do is take that line out like that, and get rid of all these construction lines. And really this bottom line wouldn't be down that far, it would be more up, because it's the and these lines would go across to there to indicate that the seal, that's the way the old windows were, and I'll show you. Looking on the photographs, but see, that's just a rough, just a line drawn window, just to give us an idea. But you see this, you can't tell it, but that window sill goes all the way across. And I don't have a wide board in the middle like they have, but again, I'm gonna wing it like that for now, because the point is, because I'm trying to but the one thing you can do to make this look more real is put glass infill in here. Where's my glass? There we go. And we'll just do this like that. That'll make it look more real, I guess. Now I'm going to copy that. Now I'm going to go into my new layer, my new group, and reference that. And what happened to my wall, man? The wall went away, man. Sometimes it's like funky. You'll have to go in here and say intersect with context. Oh, intersection is found. Okay. So that's odd. That is really odd, man. Let's redo that. There we go. So what I'm trying to show, obviously, is just kind of how these new, and the weird thing is this line wouldn't be here. We would take off the siding and weave the siding in, so that wouldn't be there. It's just that it's hard to show when you're trying to, in other words, when I want to be able to turn this layer off, walls, porch, I want to be able to turn that off and show that that was the old porch, and then turn that back on, show that that is the new porch. So it's a bit odd, but anyway. So what I'm going to do now is just copy. So you kind of open up a can of worms when you start doing this, because now you got to go around, oh man, I got to put all the windows in. But what I may do is just copy one there, and then put the door in. Is that the middle? Six. Oh, should have said 18. 18. And then is that in the middle of the porch? I'll put 1.5. Yeah, it's in the middle. It didn't look like it for some reason. So now I'm going to go here and I'm going to say 6'8" by 36, and then I'm going to offset that. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to put 3-inch trim. Some of the older houses didn't have really wide trim on them. These Cape Cod houses tended to have 3-inch trim. And again, I'm not trying to get fancy here. I'm just trying to indicate a door. So if I go back and look, though, not much to the door. It's got some. It's probably a 6-panel door, but I'm not going to get into that. Now I'm going to copy that window again. Looks like I got kind of lucky, because now I can copy this window. And I don't know why I keep losing my. It doesn't like me using that. Why does it do that? I keep losing my wall when I. Okay, so I'm going to go back here and grab that glass, put it right there, There, so that's just a rough, you know. And if I want to get a little, if I wanted to make this look more like a door, I would just come over 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Let's see, no. Yeah, well, yeah, just for the fun of it, I'll make this 4.5. Oops. And the bottom panel would have been 9 inches on a door. The bottom panel is always, but I know what this is going to do. It's going to, oops. Wow. Get rid of that. So anyway, just a quick, I can, you know, go around and put all the, it wouldn't probably take that long, would it, for me to do that? But so like for this door, you would just have something coming down in the middle, and just for the fun of it, we're going to show I'm just going to show that, and then I'm just going to show it like a glass door, like that. Why didn't that want to turn into, I think I got, I think I'm going to leave that alone. Just got to know when to leave it alone, man. Now the funny thing it is, if they didn't want a deck here, I'd have to change that back to a window, wouldn't I? Yep. So, that means I'd have to undo all that and just pull this and close all that up, and then copy, you know, these come back around here. Hopefully this is going to work. What I'll probably do is do 2 back here. So I would divide this into, I would take this, I would take a line, let's see, it's going to be down about 12 inches from there. So I would take a line, and SketchUp has this neat thing where you can divide a line just by moving, yeah. Let's see, I don't want to grab. So then I would move this to, let's see if that would look right. If I put one there and then copying it like that, and then delete that. And then I gotta put this back up. kind of close to where they would be. Now, one thing that's funny about this is you got to be careful, because I could have just grabbed other stuff behind those. So I'm going to turn off this roof, new roof, and I'm going to look in here. Oops, accidentally deleted that too. I'm going to look in here and make sure I didn't delete anything. Now you can see a neat trick would have been to, dang it, I put those stinking windows not on that layer. Dang it, dang it, dang it. So what I need to do is go back and grab them, cut them, and now edit this wall and paste in place. Oh, and I got that same thing. What if I could push this back? Yeah, if I want to get fancy, I could push all these back like that, and then I could go in here and create another little face. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get fancy, but then, well, you should have been able to see through that. Oh, is that not translucent? Oh, dang, I've been using a mirror. Dang. No wonder. You know, if you make it translucent, you'll be able to see through. But actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. So, turn a new roof back on. Roof new. There we go. Like that. Again, this is just basic drawing, just to show, because I don't want to get too fancy, because where did these posts come from? What did I do? Did I copy? Did I accidentally? See, that's what I was talking about a while ago. I might have accidentally. What did I do? You see what I did? When I was messing around back here, I accidentally grabbed stuff up here and I was moving it around. That's what I was talking about earlier, so I've got it back to where it was now. So if I take this new roof off, I didn't grab anything in here, but what I was doing was I was reaching through and grabbing stuff right here, not knowing it from the other side when I did my little window like that to copy. I must have grabbed something. See, I grabbed some of the stairs just then. So you got to be careful what you're grabbing. What I should have done was look through here like this and grab that window like that, because I probably didn't grab anything else doing that. Now is my, did I get my, yeah, I still have my spacing. That I had done. And again, I'm not going to get fancy because I need to turn that roof. Why somehow this got into the layer, but I can fix that. So, you know, if I just wanted to go ahead and show them the possibilities or make this look better, I could come in here and just I need to go find like a hatch, like edit, select. Is there any siding? Here we go. Siding white. Oops. I just meant to do that. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah. Like that. Just to show that it would be broken up to some degree. Okay, so I'm an hour and a half into this, and oops, dang it, looks like I did, oops, looks like it happened again, so duty. How long has it been that way? So, dang it, I'll have to note that this is what happens, and this is why I get frustrated with live stuff. As I'm looking at it now, you're probably getting the audio of me looking at this saying that it's frozen. So in any event, I'll go back and try to edit this out. So, but anyway, thanks a lot guys for watching. I appreciate it very much.